And we are back. We are going to go and say a very good morning here to Ron. Hi, Ron. Hello, Ron. Hold on, do I have him? Hello, Ron.
Yeah, what happened?
Oh, man, I'm having such trouble with the phone system and technology that
I thought you were a technical wizard.
I am not, boy. I wish I were, though.
Randy, you said something the other day that spurred me to do some research on something, and you were talking about Muskrat Falls and then what a deal that the previous government had in Roger Grimes, and you say you think we missed the boat. I agreed with you, and I still agreed, and I agree with you. And I have a question that I would like to, I'm going to propose some information for you, and I have a question that I would like Mr. McDonald to answer.
Mr. McDonald, you mean Dean McDonald?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
He's for this Muskrat Falls.
Yes, he is, yeah.
The previous government had a deal with Quebec, okay? And it was going to be financed by Quebec. Mm-hmm. And the rate was lower than any bank rate given even with the federal government guarantee. Mm-hmm. It was going to be for 35 years at $100 million a year plus the cost of the loan.
Yeah, in fact, it actually would be, financially, it would be better than that, yeah. Today, it would be doing better.
That's what it was, okay.
That was at that time.
35 years, had an inflationary clause in it,
yep.
And at the end of 35 years, we would have owned it. Ours.
Yes.
Okay?
We would have never not owned it, actually, yeah.
And we would have then, at the end of it, be taking in $800 to $900 million per year.
Yep, okay.
Basically, what Quebec is taking in right now, at 500 megawatts of power, we would have been taking in the same amount of money when it was over for 200 megawatts of power.
Yeah, there were at the time, and I will say this, Roger Grimes makes for an interesting interview on this. Back in 2002, when they were putting this deal together, and I mean, the contract is out there. You can read what they had agreed to. They had put together a deal that would not have cost Newfoundland and Labrador, at the end of the day, a dime, supposedly. And
if I may interrupt you for a second, the loan would have been repaid by the people from New York.
Well, the way Roger put it to me, and is as simple as this. The way Hydro-Quebec put it to them is that as sure as we had a guaranteed ceiling on the price that we would buy energy from Upper Churchill on, we will give you a guaranteed floor.
That's right.
On the price, exactly. On the low, so that no matter what happens to world energy's prices, you have a contract that says we will buy it all, right. And the minimum price we'll ever pay is this amount, which means you will never have to fear not being able to meet your obligations and losing the facility.
And that's a pretty good deal. Mr. McDonald turned it down.
I don't know. I'd love to know the reason.
Directors, and I know what I'm talking about. Mr. McDonald gave the reason that they were scared of bankruptcy on the part of the Newfoundland government, and that Quebec would end up owning the Upper and Lower Churchill, which is a bunch of crap because they couldn't. It was the way that the way that this agreement was set up. In no possible way was Newfoundland in any way jeopardized of not being able to meet
at the end of the day, what would have happened, which I think everybody would have to realize, the one thing that you were going to do if you signed the Lower Churchill contract that Grimes had in place is that you are recognizing that the relationship on the Upper Churchill subsequent to 2041, after 2041, was going to look very much like that contract on the Lower Churchill. In other words, it was going to end up being one single blended kind of deal.
Yeah, exactly.
And so the marriage that was made in hell was going to end up having to be the marriage that was made in heaven. At some point, we, Newfoundland and Labrador, would have to come to, emotional terms with the fact that there's no day when the chains are going to be loosened and we will be singing in the streets free at last on some mysterious date in the year 2041. I hope people don't have that kind of an image in their mind, Ron, because that's silly.
No, I'm not saying that either. I know you aren't.
I know you're not.
What I want to know is this is a tremendous deal in my view when you compare it to Muskrat Falls. And I would like to know what Mr. McDonald, who I think wants to be premier, I'm not sure if he does or not.
Well, we're guessing.
Oh, yeah, we're guessing, but he is playing the political role. I would like to know why he supports the Muskrat Falls and rejected this plan. Doesn't make any sense to me. He screwed Newfoundland and the people of Newfoundland. He got us because he turned this down. We, the people of Newfoundland, are going to be paying this for 55 years at an increased rate of 2% per year.
I asked Roger
with no private infusion of money and paid by the people of the province.
I asked Roger Grimes, why didn't it fly? Why didn't
it didn't fly because when it was brought to the board of directors, Mr. McDonald turned it down. He was the chairman of the board. Him and another person turned it down, and like Roger was blindsided at the very last minute, and the deal given to Mr. Grimes was that they were scared that it was going to go bankrupt and they would not go along. Basically, it was political politics.
Well, he said that, basically. He said, the political climate that existed in that day, 2002, the Liberals were on their last legs. It looked very much like it was some kind of a political Hail Mary pass. Nobody was going to trust it. He had just done the Voisey's Bay deal, which a lot of people felt, because of the way that had been marketed, that was going to be a very bad, the long-term outcome of that was going to be bad because, the opposition party, which was on the rise, had sold the concept that you could drive a Mack truck through it, etc. The political climate was not there, and the interest of the will was not there. But I think it's changed today. I think it's changed today.
This was a damn good deal. I mean, we were throwing away $800 to $900 million a year. And and Muskrat Falls, Randy, is not going to bring us in any money. As a matter of fact, we're only going to own about 60% of it.
We're going to pay for 100% of it.
We're going to pay for it 100%. We're only going to own 60% of it.
It may be in the end, I've said we don't need the debate. It's a waste of our time and energy. It's already green lighted. The thing is going to be done. But maybe the debate will be educational.
Well, I don't think it's that thing. They don't have their financing in place as yet. Emera is not on board as yet.
So you don't think it's going to happen?
No.
Oh my!
I don't think it's going to happen whatsoever. And they only have 500 megawatts of power.
Yeah, at the end of the process, I understand.
We don't need the power.
The usable energy that will be generated is about 571 megawatts. I understand.
Yeah, and we don't, and Emera is ready to sign a deal with Quebec. We don't need the power, and here we are throwing this thing away. We threw this away thanks to Mr. McDonald and politics, who now wants to be leader of the Liberal Party. I would love for him to come on and explain why.
Well, if he decides that he wants to be the leader of the Liberal Party at some point, that defending those positions and those previous actions will come to the fore. Ron, we've got to run to break.
Well, thank you for letting me vent, because when you said that the other day about Grimes, I agreed with you 100%. So I looked into it a little further, and that's what I came up with.
We shall talk again. Have a good day, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ron. Bye.
Bye-bye.